Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Gene.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, September 12th, 2024. So, on a day that is one day away from being unlucky...
Ooh.
Did you do the crossword?
I did.
Were you lucky?
I was pretty lucky.
Good?
Yep.
Meaning that you were able to solve it?
I was able to solve it.
In an expeditious or a reasonable amount of time?
I guess reasonable. I wouldn't say expeditious. It took me a while.
Okay.
But, it was a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a gimmickless Thursday. It had a theme.
I didn't understand the theme, so I'm eagerly looking forward to your explanation of it.
Well, it had a theme, but it didn't have like a rebus, or you had to finish the clue in another part of or finish the answer in another part of the puzzle, or you had to
look at it upside down,
or you had to do a pictogram and then figure out words to describe it.
Gee, you know all the gimmicks.
Well, there's a lot of different ones, but anyway, this one was just one with some themed clues that were very clever, I thought. So I'll go ahead and talk about it. There were, I believe, 4 themed clues, and you knew they were themed clues because they were italicized. They had a question mark after them, and they were just one word. And the answer was a word that is commonly paired with the word that was in the clue, along with another word that denoted a connection with something. So, for example, the first one was limb, L-I-M-B, and the answer to that was life partner, like life and limb. So, life partner, and that's a common phrase. Another one was 30 across, foremost, and the answer to that was first mate. First and foremost, and first mate. First mated with foremost. And then you had 46 across, ready, and that was good buddy, like good and ready. And then finally we had 61 across, dine, and the answer to that was wine pairing, like wine and dine. So that was the theme. Does that make sense now?
It sort of makes sense. I guess I just simply didn't see it because, for example, let's see, 30 across.
First and foremost?
First and foremost. I looked at foremost, and for some reason I looked at the word for and decided that was at the head of a ship. And the first mate would be mostly at the fore. Now that I look at it in the... sort of the hard light of day, it doesn't make any sense. But it did at the time. And with good buddy, it's just like, okay, you said good and ready?
Good and ready. You probably have never used that phrase before. Are you good and ready to do this or that?
No, I don't think so. It seems like it's something that I've heard, but I certainly did not recognize it.
Yeah.
Wine and dine, I know, and life and limb, I know, but I don't know, because between 50% of the clues, I couldn't make sense of the answers, and so I just sort of did like whatever. But it was an okay crossword. I'm not really complaining. It's just that I was able to solve it
very good
without using without understanding the theme at all.
Oh, well, very good.
There were some other answers that were sort of fun and entertaining. For example, I liked 4 down, alacricious, which is speedy.
That's right.
That is a great word, which I think I might be.
Alacricious.
Yeah, let's see. It's alacricious. I'm not sure if it should be alacricious or alacritus. Now, it must be alacricious.
I think so.
Even though it looks like to make that work, there should be an extra I in there somewhere, but there isn't. 14 across, what Romeo and Juliet planned to do in Mantua. I had marry.
Oh, no.
The answer was elope.
Elope, yes. I liked 6 across. Item of clothing in a Prince hit. Beret.
Yes.
Did you start singing? Raspberry.
Pretty much. I looked at that, and for a second, I'm like, I'm not going to get the raspberry beret. It's just like, okay. So halfway through complaining to myself that I wasn't going to get it, I started to sing the answer, which I thought was pretty good. Beneath that was, I think this has to be, and it is a debut, obsessive fan of anime or video games from the Japanese, otaku.
Yes, I'd never heard of that.
Now, and I'm sure I've mispronounced it. My apologies. If anyone can help us out, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com could be suitable for the that's how you pronounce it segment that we have not had in a very long time.
No.
Thanks to my incredible pronunciation skills and yours as well these days.
I don't know about that.
Well, I think we might have to host one for otaku or otaku or taku. I don't know. Let's see. By a strange coincidence, today we happened to drive by a truck that was a wide-bore MRI, and we have 6 down, the tunnel-through bore.
That's right.
So,
yes.
Yes,
we were contemplating what a wide-bore MRI is.
Turns out it is indeed an MRI with just a big tunnel.
Oh,
for
really?
people with big shoulders.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, if Chicago, the city, needed an MRI, it would go to there.
I suppose.
Because it's the city, of course, of big shoulders.
We had, I don't want to say rerun, but once again, 11 down sushi order topped with salmon, Alaska roll.
Right.
Just had that a few days ago, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see, it showed up today, and then it showed up June 28th.
Oh, so it's been a while.
And it's only shown up twice.
Oh, maybe it showed up in another puzzle I do. Sometimes I do the Apple crossword puzzle.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
We
had lobster roll.
Maybe that was it.
Or maybe we had blank roll, and it was Alaska roll. I think maybe that was it.
Oh, okay. Well, if we check up Alaska, which I'm going to assume has appeared more than twice, let's see. It appeared... no, actually, it has not been referred to in that sense. So
okay, it must have been another puzzle I did.
Small mystery there. Let's see, what else do we have that's intriguing? We have 16 across. Let's see, get back to my puzzle here.
I can't blank. I can't lie.
Right, it's like, I thought it was I can't see, but it turned out to be I can't lie. I thought 26 across was amusing bills. And so I was immediately thinking about currency.
Right.
But it was beaks.
It was beaks. And that cross was 26 down, which I thought was a funny clue. Track that fans flip for. And it was B-side.
Yes, that was brilliant. We also had, 27 down. Next down was meh in square brackets. And the answer was shrug.
Shrug, yes. Yes. And my favorite clue was 50 across. It might cause some unsurprised looks. Botox.
Yes. Yeah. That was brilliant. I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite.
We had 47 down, lab report, bow wow.
Yeah.
That was also very good.
Yeah, there were a lot of funny ones in here today.
We also had 44 down. Bills might pass in this for short. So I was thinking of something to do with the Congress or Senate, something like that. But it was NFL.
Yes. That was another great clue.
We had, I'd like 57 down. Howdy. And the answer was hiya.
Hiya.
That's sort of cute. And then I thought 59 down was interesting. Creature popularized in Charles Perrault's Tales of Mother Goose. Ogre.
Yes.
I did not realize that Tales of Mother Goose was written by Charles Perrault.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I did not. But I don't know Charles Perrault.
I don't either. A small mystery. So, all right. Well, I think that's probably it for today.
Okay.
Except for the fact that we have a bit of listener mail.
Oh, okay.
And this is from Izzy.
Oh, okay.
And it's entitled Triplet Tuesday. Good morning, Gene and Mike. He wrote it in the morning. For the first time in a long time, I tied Gene on the Triplet Tuesday.
Oh.
I must have been fully caffeinated when I took on the challenge. Nicely done. Now I have a question so we, the listeners, can have an insight into the cutting-edge analysis of into the cutting-edge analysts of the NYT crossword puzzle. This is deeply personal. Buckle in. I should make a clicking sound at this point. Jean mentioned Monday's puzzle was roughly 3 times their normal time. So my question is, do you have a time goal for your daily puzzles? And before we address that, we'll read the rest of this, I think. Personally, I have goals for Monday and Tuesdays, and I don't like a Wednesday to go too much past 20 minutes. But Thursday through Sunday, I'm just happy to complete the thing regardless of the time. Thanks to both of you for the daily output. Izzy.
All right.
So do you have a time goal for your daily puzzles?
I don't. For many, many years, I always wanted to try to get the Monday done
under
by
5
minutes.
Right.
And then when I did it, it was like, well, that was no fun. I just raced through it, and I didn't even think about it, and I got it done. And I'm like, well, shoot, it was just like, I felt like I missed something because I did it so quickly. Mm-hmm. So, no, I do not look at the time, although if it goes over an hour on Friday and Saturday, I will tend to get a little antsy. Now Sunday I can do an hour and a half, no problem. But I don't know, those Friday and Saturday puzzles. It's just like I'm not. If I can't get it in, around an hour and 15 minutes, it's like I'm never going to get it. So I just kind of give up on it. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I typically, if I really don't have any goal either. If the time gets to be too long, I simply turn off the timer so I can't see it.
Oh.
But I don't really care how much time I spend on it. I'd rather, keep it under 4 or 5 hours. But it just depends. I have probably spent, there have been crosswords that I've definitely hit the 2-hour mark, maybe the 3-hour mark.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's entertaining. Just sort of dredging words out of nothing, and so no, I don't have a time goal or a limit of any sort. Mm-hmm. But like I say, after a certain amount of time, I turn off the timer.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, let's see.
That is interesting. It'd be interesting to hear how some of our other readers approach the timing of the puzzle. Exactly.
Listeners, if let us know what you think about this. What do you have a time goal for your daily puzzles? And I think that's it for today.
Okay.
So,
thank you, Izzy.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for that. Remember, if you'd like to do what Izzy just did, drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com, or click on the link fan mail in the show notes.
Yep.
And that is it for today. Thanks again for making this one of the most popular podcasts about the New York Times crossword to come out of Northeast Wisconsin. And we'll be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.